Hey everyone, welcome to the Simi Sarah channel. Today I am speed building Grandma's Fall Farm. This is a massive cottagey farm, more farm-like than cottage, since I think I see cottage as being like a small cutesy place. And it's just filled with lots of land for agriculture and yeah, just living off the land. But it's also, I specifically made it Grandma's because I thought this could be a multi-generational home. We've got lots of bedrooms. We've got like Grandma's place and a big kitchen and just like lots of different spaces for the family to be in. And then we just have like a giant backyard that is just great for kids to run around and for parents or adults to grow different plants and maybe make it their living, like a family farm type thing. It is decorated as well with lots of fall decorations, such as like fall leaves, and we've got a let's see, we got like different candles around that are fall themed. The cornucopia as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's like that. It almost looks like a horn with like different foods inside. Yeah, so that it's all themed with the fall. Obviously, if I did it for, since we are in fall and Thanksgiving's coming up, maybe Grandma is hosting fall at her farm. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me for this video. This video is a little special because I am announcing the kit giveaway details. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I announced on one of my last videos that I am going to be giving away a kit to one of my subscribers. So the way you enter is you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you answer the following question on the video. Will you be purchasing the plant kit that's coming out on November 9th, which is today by the time I post it, this video. Once you do all three of those things, the giveaway winner will be announced on November 16th. And the closing details will all be in the details below. So it's a free kit of your choice. I know a lot of people do not want to purchase kits. So I just thought this might be like a nice way to get maybe those people who don't necessarily want to buy them themselves or can't to enter. So those three things are how you enter. All of the details can be found in the summary of this video, and I look forward to being able to announce the winner and contacting them and giving out a kit of their choice. Curious to know if it'll be the plant kit or a different one. Yeah, so anyways, this farm comes out to have 9 bedrooms, I believe. Like I said, this is a multi-generational home, really nice and large. I think it's 9 bedrooms. A couple of the bedrooms aren't used necessarily as bedrooms. But yeah, so right away, I wanted to make sure that this home had an entrance where it would kind of look right into where the grand stairs would be. I also sectioned off this house to have what I would call like the servants' quarters and the like the household quarters. So you'll see like a second set of stairs off to the side of the house, and those are kind of like the servants' way of getting to the multiple levels of the house, and then as well as then the household grand staircase that there is. I even have the like servants' quarters, quote unquote, like off to the side as well, kind of right above the kitchen, since that will probably be like the loudest area, and that way they are able to just go right down the stairs into the kitchen quite quickly. Yeah, so this is my little entrancey area, and I was kind of going for this theme of cottage vibes, but like with a little bit of like updated features as well. So like the house is, English, kind cottage thing. Like, so the walls are still brick and things like that, but like then like grandma updated a couple of things type of thing and created a home that fit more her style, as well as maybe the families if they do live with her. Not sure. Um, I do end up throwing a couple items into rooms as I find them because I know what I was looking for. But yeah, so I do get a lot of fall decorations with these like leaves and pumpkins. I try to put in this like jack-o'-lantern in all of the a lot of the rooms. Actually, I shouldn't say all, because the bedrooms I didn't clutter up as much other than the grandma's, since grandma lives there and I wasn't sure if the other ones really would count towards living there. But I used those chairs from the bowling pack, surprisingly. Yes, not many people like the bowling pack, but they have cute chairs. And I actually changed the yellow because I thought that yellow was a little too vibrant, to a softer yellow that is also still included in that pack. And then that couch is from Cottage Living, and the end table right there, that buffet table, is from Cottage Living, and the one with the tablecloth is from Seasons. Yeah, and I get the TV to be right above the fireplace by like getting rid of the wall. And I end up having to do that again to get like some of these streamers hung from the fireplace as well, which is probably a fire hazard, but it's The Sims, so you can kind of do what you want. Anyways, that rug is from Cottage Living as well. Super cute design. And I just kind of add some cozy blankets, and I end up coming back, and that's actually the cornucopia, if you did not know. That's a little horn type thing and has a little food inside of it. But if you did not know, actually not if you didn't know, I end up putting like logs along the fireplace. And then that little cabinet there with where the fall leaves and lantern, that is from Laundry Day pack, which I really like the Laundry Day pack. I think it adds some gameplay that's a lot of fun, and also has like some cute furniture. Yeah. So I take these streamers and I size them down so they fit a little bit better, and just like I really thought grandma would go all out on like this fall theme for Thanksgiving in like some of the main areas, right? When you have Thanksgiving meal in at least America here, you typically, when the family comes over, the house is like, the main areas are the dining room and the living room. Some people watch football on Thanksgiving Day, some people don't. But it's usually a time to come together and like be thankful for what we have. And while it's not necessarily the best reasons that we celebrate Thanksgiving, I think we can say that we are just so grateful for a home to live in, and for some people being surrounded by family or with friends, and just having a safe place to live. At least that's, I know what I'm thankful for. Anyways, I try to go into the hallway and get this pretty picture, as well as like the pumpkin and leaves, and I just kind of threw it all together. Yeah. Once we get outside, that's definitely probably my favorite part of this whole build, is just like the farm atmosphere. I know before Cottage Living came out, a lot of people were speculating that some of the phrases that EA used, like cultivate and things like that, were announcing like a farm pack. And I think the people who wanted a farm pack, I think for the most part that Cottage Living was a huge success. I know some of the people who wanted more farmland and things like that maybe had been a little disappointed, but overall I think they got at least a little bit of a taste of like the oversized crops and things like that. Cottage Living is probably my favorite expansion pack. I know it's hard to say though. I don't know. There's so many good ones in terms of decor and things, but yeah, this is probably my favorite one. Anyways, in the kitchen, we have multiple game packs for or different countertops and like the counter overhead counters. I believe the one is from Cottage Living, could be the Country Kit. I might be mixing them up. But I kind of liked how they blended together really well to create just like a different look. I really don't like the curtains that come with the overhead cabinets that are like the matching version of these counters, so I mismatched. And yeah, I'm grabbing basically all the clutter that I wanted to get into this kitchen. This kitchen is massive. Part of the reason is because, like I said, this is kind of like that mansion feel, and maybe like there's a whole bunch of servants or workers or family members just huddled up together in the kitchen, creating large banquets such as like the Thanksgiving feast or whatever meals they're having together as a family. I do have a formal dining room that will be off the living room and not connected here to the kitchen. I did want to make sure that it was like fancier, and I think having it just like right off of the staircase was a nice area, because I do end up adding like this almost like walkway entrance area over here to the side. I thought, since this is farm, that they would probably have a really nice like entrance area from where all the farm stuff is to take off their muddy boots, and like hang up jackets or whatever it is. And yeah, so I end up making like a little walkway over there. Probably my favorite part here in the kitchen, at least, is like the long wall over here that I kind of put like some coffee stuff along the wall, but then I also add just some like space for like canning, and maybe they are going to store their canned goods over there, or possibly just like meal prepping over there. Just like a second space for if you want to do like that cook together thing that came with the Cottage Living, I believe. Might have even been an update with base game, but like there's so much room to have like the whole family in there cooking together. And just like little knickknacks that like grandma would have on her shelves, and like different like bakeware that like is almost like the Pyrex. That was like a really popular thing. Was it in the 90s, I think? No, maybe even earlier than that. At least my mom had Pyrex in the 90s, but basically like all these matching sets of like Tupperware and just like different bowls and things. Turns out like most of it has like lead and can't be used because the paint was toxic and things. But yeah, so the Pyrex was a big thing back in the day. So yeah, the kitchen, nice and large and homey, and it does go right to where the servants or the staircase would be. And I just get some like rugs by the area. I do end up going with like a fall theme in here as well, because like I said, I figured grandma went all out on the first floor where like the family all was together. So I get these like cool lanterns hanging from the sky, and yeah, but this is just right off the living room and kitchen, and this is actually leading to the guest bathroom and like the servants staircase, and I create like just like a little home office right there. I do end up having like a fancier, more modern home office upstairs for like family members or for like the kids play area, but I thought maybe grandma, since she, it's harder for her to go up and down stairs, maybe grandma wanted everything that she uses on the first level, and like so the rest of the family kind of lives upstairs, and she kind of mostly resides like on this first level. Yeah, so that little nook area is like a little office space. And yeah, so I get some cute little fall rugs and these little lantern things that I was talking about. Yeah, anyways, like I said, I did try to get these lanterns, the jack-o'-lanterns, and all of the common rooms. So I like add different faces and trying to make them like fit the room that they're in. So like this surprise face when somebody walks through the door, or the happy face to be by the kitchen. But yeah. Anyways, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for sticking around. I know this video is a little longer. It is a massive build, so I did try to cut as much as I could, but I really thought that if it's, something you want to watch, that you could break it up into days. I'm not a person who really likes watching other people's multi-parts, mostly because if they're out of order, it drives me nuts and I never remember to go back. So I do like to include it all in one video. Whether you watch it this far or not, like that's totally up to you, but yeah, thanks for staying here if you are. I do end up grabbing that tree from the Seasons pack and using a big jar from the Debug, I believe, and sizing it down to kind of get rid of the modern base that comes with that Seasons tree, because I wanted it to be more cottagey. So I use that like glass jar type thing too. And I end up using it again in another room, I believe, maybe with a different vase bottom. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But here we are actually, and this is our awesome laundry room. I really wanted it to make it fit the size of the household that lived here. So, if we've got 9 bedrooms, we need a pretty nice laundry space. And I end up going back to that laundry space and finishing it. But as I was going through, I realized I really wanted this like hutch object right here for like a walk-in. And that's when I got the idea. So this is like that little leeway. So sometimes my builds end up very like all over the place. Like I don't finish a room because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this would be so cool to add, and I add it on. And yeah, and that's kind of how my thought process works. Sometimes I'm linear and sometimes I'm more like sporadic, but so that's my like little hutch from, I think, Parenthood. And then I get in like a stool to hold a little bit of fall decorations. And then I do end up getting a chair in here for like taking off boots and things. I really wanted it to feel like a place that like a farmer would come and use to store different things like that before they enter the kitchen space, and prevent like critters from getting in and things like that. But I do clutter it up with like shoes, like work shoes and umbrella, to just make it a little bit more homey. But so I'm back to the laundry room that I had initially been working on. I use these baskets from the Laundry Day pack, and like I said, I wanted this space to match how many bedrooms there were. So I do get a lot of things here on this little, this is another hutch that I do like to use, and I just recently used in my apartment for a mom with 3 toddlers, which I did show a little hack with this cool hutch with a microwave, so go check that out if you're wondering what I'm talking about. But I do get like the cleaning supplies in here and different things like that. Outside of this, and this actually connects to the hallway where both Grandma's master bedroom is, and it connects to another bedroom that I turn into like Grandma's hobby space. What I mean by that is I really like skill and building objects in my builds because it's really practical for gameplay. So I basically take the bedroom and like I said, Grandma lives on the first floor, so I wanted for everything that she does to be accessible without stairs. So it's right off the side over here. And I do use that tree in the jar again, like I mentioned. Yeah, so that's like the beautifully fall hallway leading to both of those bedrooms and the laundry room. And right before that is right here our dining room. And if you notice right there to the right, there's a bookshelf right there. It is actually a 2-way bookshelf door. It's one of those hidden ones where you can access a door behind it, but it looks like a bookcase. And I did it on this side as well as the living room side to create a little hidden compartment. Older homes have like so much fun character in terms of wallpaper and things like that, but also a lot of homes have really neat like little nooks and crannies to the house that either servants use to go from one side to another, or just like hidden gems, since it could be like an officey space. I do end up leaving it blank, I believe, like not putting any objects in it. I think I wanted it to be something that you customize based upon your sim, but like you could turn that into like a secret office space, or I don't know, if you put this in like in supernatural like that whole city, then you could pretend to have like a speculation board up on the wall and like all your hidden private things like that, to hide away all your clues and things. Maybe grandma's the conspiracy theory and she is on the hunt to figure out what is going on with the city. I'm not sure, but I wanted that secret compartment. But this is the master bathroom, and it's not really anything like extraordinary, but I do end up using the bathroom that is connected to the hobby room to create a really luxurious bathroom. And when we get there, I'll kind of explain it more. But basically, this master bedroom, I wanted a nice walk-in closet for grandma, and I basically make her comforter on her bed fall themed, and just like all the space around it, just I don't know, something that you would see at maybe your grandma's house. I'm not sure. I come from a family where my great grandma was alive for most of my life and just recently passed away. And she actually lived with my grandma for many, many years. And that was like a really like neat thing to have both grandma and great grandma so close by to visit, and they would each have their own rooms just like this kind of space had, and it was like a multi-generational thing. And so when all of us grandkids slash great grandkids would come over, it would be so special to spend time with both grandma and great grandma. Yeah, she is missed dearly in our family. She was one wonderful woman. Yeah, so special little tribute to my great grandma there. But in our master, I do end up using a few items from the industrial pack. So if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. So like that rug is from the industrial pack, but you can definitely like take that rug out and use a rug from like City Living or something to, if you want that same like furry shag rug. And then in the bathroom, yeah, so that's kind of where I was at. Just recently I saw a video talking about the next expansion pack. If you didn't know, EA did this charity event where they live streamed for a full 24 hours, I believe. And during the live stream, one of the players introduced themselves as the lead developer on the next expansion pack. And I feel like that shouldn't be shocking. A lot of people are making videos and speculation videos and things like that and are like shocked, like, oh, there's a new expansion pack. But I think we already knew there would be more. I understand that we aren't getting an expansion pack this year. EA already came out and tweeted about that. Like, no, the season of Selves covered all the way through the end of the year. But I guess I was wondering what people thought would happen in the new year. Did they think that Sims 5 was just going to come out and this is like the last of the Sims 4 completely? I'm not sure. I to be honest, I wasn't shocked to know that there was obviously like another expansion pack in progress. I think there's probably expansion packs in progress and other kits in progress. I don't see Sims 5 coming out next year. Maybe announced by the end of the year. But to be honest, I think we have a couple more years of The Sims 4. Cottage living was such a huge success, as well as the interior design. in my opinion, they were huge successes since the gameplay was really good as well as the items. So I can't imagine that they would come out with these two really neat packs and then just call it quits and move on to The Sims 5, especially since they just released scenarios. I do think they released that on purpose to see if we like them and if they should kind of program them into Sims 5. So I feel like they want to work out all those bugs first here in The Sims 4, and that's not going to just be done in like 2 months. If you know anything about the Sims team, things happen quite slowly. I had a video that I posted about the too many toddlers as a bust, and somebody mentioned like the glitch with my toddler walking, and it was like, yeah, like I saw it and other people see it, but the toddler's walking was supposed to be fixed in an update a long time ago, but my toddlers are still like glitching through as they're walking. So like I said, most people don't love the gameplay because there's just so many problems with it, I guess I would say. But I just finished the first like bedroom up here, and now I'm in the second bedroom. That first one I was thinking maybe it's for parents, and the second one is maybe for their kids, whether they're adults or younger. Whatever you want to do. I kind of thought this would be like the girls' bedroom, because then I kind of create a more I guess I would say more darker themed room that I kind of saw as the boys' bedroom right next door. It's the same idea of like 2 single beds in the room, and I do put like the spa day stuff in here. So in like this beauty or like makeup station, that's like the main reason I bought the vintage glamour, was for that, as well as the butler, which is one of my favorite things, by the way. That's why I do make houses that have like servants' quarters, or like older houses with servants' quarters, because that's like realistic, and I like playing with the butler as like a live-in situation. So yeah, I did that in the other Sims video of my childhood home. If you haven't watched that one, that's I recreated my home that I grew up in, and yeah, it was just really fun to do. And it's realistic in terms of like the design of it on the exterior, and then the interior is based off of knowledge that I have on old homes from the early 1900s, because I grew up in one, and in my city we do a lot of history type of things. So yeah, I just know a lot about older houses. I think I surprised myself with that knowledge that I didn't realize I had. So I just finished the more masculine bedroom, and here I am in this recreational space is what I'll call it, but basically it's like a family space. So I get a desk with like a laptop and like bookshelves, but I also get like a like that llama game, because I thought maybe the family would sit around and play cards with grandma if she does decide to go up the stairs. And then I get a really large TV and some like toddlers play items, so that they can like play while mom and dad are in there. But basically this is just like a multi-generational living room space, where the downstairs space I feel like is more for show and for like welcoming guests into and having them sit and things. Like this is the family well used one, so I get even like a beautiful piano in here. Maybe they're playing music as others are playing the llama game, and I get like a little art center for the kids in here as well, and just different crafts and the loom and things. So yeah, very very practical for the family that lives with grandma, and it just has everything you need. If you do end up going with a toddler, you would probably there's a couple ways you could do it. You could change the bedroom that I created, But there is also a third story to this house, and I do not end up decorating the third story. I purposely leave it be because a couple of reasons. First, this video is already getting very long, and second, I thought maybe depending on what you plan to have in your family might be depend on how you want to decorate the upstairs. So if you're wondering, I don't think I show it, but basically there are, I think, at least 3 more bedrooms upstairs with a bathroom and everything else up there. Those are those same bookcases that are secret ways. I purposely put those there because that leads into where the servants' quarters are, or the butler's quarters, or whoever's quarters you want it to be. But that, like, the secret bookcase thing. And then I create this little nook right by the top of the stairs with like little stools, like maybe grandma sits on the rocking chair and reads to the kids who sit on the stool. I don't know. I'm creating all these beautiful stories in my head. No family is perfect and has all these perfect moments, but sometimes it's fun to idealize little stories because it's The Sims, and that's what The Sims is all about. But anyways, we are going to start working on outside, which is my absolute favorite. I create many different sections outside for different purposes. So what I mean by that is I have a full section for just animal, like the barn animals. So, you know, you got your cow, you've got your chickens, or maybe you want to go llama instead of cow. I'm not sure. And then I create another as well as the bees. They also live in that space. And then I create I call it an apple orchard, but the truth is, like, these trees are avocados, apples, whatever trees I like found, and like cherries and things like that. But basically it's the orchard. It's the tree like place, and I end up getting these really cute buckets from Cottage Living and using a pail and overlap it to make the what used to be like a metal pail holding like a thing of fruit, and I put the wooden bucket over it to make it look a little bit more rustic, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, and then I have, so that's the second section. So we've got the animals, we've got the orchard, and then in the orchard, we also have oversized crops, whether it's the pumpkins or eggplants or whatever it is that you want in there. That is in that same like fence line here. And then I also create a space towards the front of the house that is more for either flowers, if that's the path you want to take, or fruits or vegetables. So there's so many places for planting that you could use. I put a floral arrangement table outside here, and the thinking that it would be right off where you would plant your flowers, and created this like farm atmosphere. I get the scarecrow outside so he can, you know, if you level him up or like talk to him and things, he can help with gardening and things, so that's kind of nice. I create a fun sunflower patch right before the animal section of the farm. I thought it would be perfect for not only just like aesthetics, but like the bees that I put close by, since they like flowers. And then I use like it to make it textured and realistic. I use dirt clumps and things. But I create this really cool like pathway that snakes around in this area and just get a whole bunch of beautiful terrain and flowers. And I'm obsessed with this part of the farm, and I really hope you like it. I am, if you didn't, maybe you have, maybe you watched this whole video here, but I am totally okay. Like, I'm going to add in chapters so that you can skip to this part. Yeah, because this is the part that I'm like excessively like proud of myself for. So yeah. Anyways, and then the last space that I create outside is this like patio, this overhang patio. I get like ivy growing up the wall. I even put some of it on the roof that I put like a sunroof. So I use the the sun, what are those called, or what pack are they from? I think they're from Island Living or Spa. Maybe I can catch it here in the video, but basically the glass rooftop I cover up in vines and different things like that to kind of create like a shaded space in the front for eating. So you get a picnic table out there, and as well as a grill in the front, and it's like a really cute entranceway area, as well as like a nice, again, another family space. But I really wanted it to be very homey and just look really. Oh, it's from Island Living. I was right. Okay, so those those glass tiles are from Island Living, so it doesn't have to be a roof. Instead, it's a floor, and it goes on top of it. But I really wanted to create the farm to be an inviting place where they could even put like a stand in the front of their house and sell some of their farm to table produce items. And if you play this with a really large family, how fun would it be to make this what is it called, one of the challenges where it's not off grid, but basically you have to have all the ingredients yourself in order to prepare the food. So you know, this farm is like a necessity for the family to be able to eat. Yeah. So one of the last things I do, not last thing, but one of the last things, I love to add lighting that really works well at nighttime for houses. It is such a game changer. So those lanterns are from the bowling pack, I believe, as well as the overhead one that I sized down to make really cute. I love it so much. And I get little like lanterns and different things on the windows upstairs as well to kind of light up the house a little bit better because it was pretty dark. And as well as like outside in the front here using that little stool that comes with it. Yeah, love that. And that right there is where I planned on having like the flower section, but it can be like whatever you want, obviously. But I just thought it was like, oh, wouldn't it be so nice to have all those flowers in the front of your house just showing off the beauty of your space. And that bike right there, I believe, I can't remember, but I think that was because I pre-ordered the Cottage Living pack. They gave out 2 free items for anyone who pre-ordered it, that bike, as well as a tree with like beautiful like hanging down lanterns, which I was going to use, but then I didn't. So if you don't have that bike, unfortunately, will not show. This farm is on my gallery under Simisarah, SIMISARAH. That is my EAID that you can find on the gallery. I have this one as well as all my builds on the gallery, and even sometimes ones that I don't record. So go take a peek at those if you see something that you've liked. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and like I said, the giveaway will end on November 16th, so that is 1 week from today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and answer the question, will you be purchasing the plant kit? Is that one that you actually would enjoy? Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you soon and enjoy these screenshots.